Greetings and welcome to a Friday edition of the Shotgun Start. It is August 2nd. Andy, how we doing?
Brendan, I'm doing phenomenal. I gotta say, I'm doing great. I'm riding a high. I'm riding a high on life.
What are you high on?
I'm high on the freshwater beaches up here in northern Michigan. Just
good.
Delightful day at the beach. I just didn't stop by the beach yesterday. Today,
Yeah.
We're recording this. I think I might be able to fit a dip in before dinner. I'm going to go out there, get my feet in the sand, put my feet in the water. Earlier, I stopped by a nearby lake with a nice sand beach, got my feet in. I've just been...
Love that.
Yeah.
I love the beach. That's great. I love that. We're going to have summer hours, hard stops, so you can go, splash around in the sand by yourself. There's been no visual evidence of this. I noticed you put it on the Instagram story, but as influencers often do, it could be a smoke and mirrors game. And you know all the tricks of the trade. You're just walking by and you take your phone out. There's a beach. I love the beach. It could be all influencer smoke and mirrors as far as I know.
There's a witness that could corroborate that I left. I came back with a wet swimming suit. Is that enough evidence?
Maybe you went to the pool. You could have gone to the pool. I'm not against the beach, but as you often do, you move the goalposts here. You allege me of hating charity.
You said
there
you
are a few
hate
things
the beach.
I actually hate in this world. One's bananas, others the Baltimore Ravens. There's few things. The beach I don't hate. I had questions about how everyone on every continent this became the primary form. Who was the guy that rode his bike or his horse out to the beach and said, "This is what we will do"? And everyone in the world followed. I was curious about the origin story that this became the form of relaxation. I'm not anti-beach necessarily, although I think it can be overrated in spots.
I guess, what we've learned is you can't expect a boy from Cleveland to understand the beach when that's
not true.
Grew up with Lake Erie.
Out in Vermilion, Ohio. We had a great beach out there. It was great.
Worst Great Lake. I think we should strip Lake Erie of a Great Lake title. It shouldn't be a Great Lake anymore.
National Geographic.
Take it away.
National Geographic did this study about global warming coming, where it's going to be the last great livable places. Buffalo, Cleveland, Duluth, Detroit. We're sitting on basically the second great gold rush is coming to the Rust Belt. Every vacant lot in that area is going to be worth billions here soon, according to some climate study. So that could be a pretty great primo lake pretty soon compared to what the rest of the people are doing.
There should only be two Great Lakes. Do you know what two they are?
Superior. It's in the name there.
Superior is the greatest lake. It's outstanding. It's the best. Lake Michigan. Yeah. Lake Michigan and Superior are the only two Great
Ontario.
Lakes.
I was going to say Ontario.
Ontario stinks.
You don't hear much about Huron, I would say. Just kind of floating off there by itself. Sort of the stepchild.
You never hear anything good about Erie, Huron, or true. Ontario.
That's not
Never
true.
Heard anything good about Erie.
What's the
Put-in Bay? Yes.
The Key West of the North.
Put-in Bay is a part of Erie? It should be called the Bad Lake.
Scene. That's a tough scene. Tough scene out there. You don't want to get involved in whatever's going on at Put-in Bay, in my opinion. But you got the roller coasters of Cedar Point. There's some good stuff happening on Lake Erie. Can we bring in PJ for a second for NFL Minute? The Browns are at Greenbrier, right? That's where they're working out, ahead of Live Greenbrier. That's where the Browns have been all the last 10 days.
Do you think Deshaun's going to play in the Pro-Am?
Well, he's, done the whole Saudi bit. He did, he did the PSA for Saudi Arabia earlier this, winning more hearts and minds. What's going on with Aaron Rodgers and Garrett Wilson? Do they hate each other? There's multiple grainy cell phone videos of them screaming at each other. Seems like a problem.
It doesn't look good. All right,
that's all I needed.
I think it's probably going to be fine. I have said this on multiple occasions that I've been a Jet fan my entire life. The Garrett Wilson incoming trade demand, probably after this year, is what's going to do it for me. That's going to be the end.
He seems like a diva.
I don't care if he's a
went to
diva. He's
Ohio
the best
State.
offensive player they've had in my lifetime. Like, he's got to figure it out.
Okay. All right.
I think he was part of the problem with Zach Wilson. I think he made Zach Wilson worse. He crushed his confidence. He wasn't a good teammate. He was just like openly complaining about Zach Wilson.
He's had back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with Zach Wilson and Tim Boyle and Trevor Siemian. Like, come on.
Come on. That is a fair point. All right. I'm just wondering, we're in July. Cause for concern. Multiple videos on multiple days of them screaming at each other.
Not concerned, but am acknowledging that there will be a Garrett Wilson trade demand.
All right. Fair. Any updates on Caleb Williams?
Yeah.
Picking up towels? Or, they're playing tonight.
Oh, Hall of Fame game.
But
he's not actually playing. He's picking up
Bagent,
water bottles on the sideline. Yo, they did a walk-in video of Bagent.
Ball.
Yeah, they said Super Bagent is what they called him, walking into the Hall of Fame. Good luck. That'll be great.
I hope his dad, the great arm wrestling champ, is out there.
Speaking of sort of peripheral sports, let's go to the Olympics, like arm wrestling. What
do you got? What do you got for Olympics minute? Pavon being a national hero.
Can I ask you a real Olympics question?
Sure.
What's going on with this 3-on-3 basketball?
Jimmer Fredette is just getting cooked.
Well, he got a groin issue, which two words you don't want. What? Groin issue, back to back.
How come Jimmer Fredette's on our 3-on-3 team?
Well, this is where I'm going. You can't have NBA players. The one guy is Kareem, is from Princeton. He's a podcast producer. He's essentially our PJ. He's a producer for Gimlet Media, and all things considered, I don't know. I've never heard of that podcast. Must be a little show, niche bit. But he's like a producer, and he's playing 3-on-3 Olympics. Like, you can't have NBA players. So I feel bad. These guys are losing, and everybody's wondering why they're not, Donovan Mitchell or Jalen Brunson they're just getting like roasted as they lose. It seems like a tough spot to be in. And so I just don't get it. Like, what if we're going to have basketball, can we have the best basketball players? It's an Olympics rule. I feel bad for the guys. My question to you is, so golf, they might want to add different elements, mixed event, something or other.
Well, they should have a single round stroke play medal. Wasn't that Xander's idea?
Yeah, it's just fewer. Well, Ben On
is all over it.
Ben On. You know what? I love that Ben On puts out his takes.
Oh, he's
but
great.
I find his takes to consistently be completely opposite of my beliefs. He did. Remember the old course take? He had the old course take.
What was this old course?
Like, I don't get it. It's terrible.
You could see that's not probably an uncommon golf.
I get it. This is the thing. I appreciate him putting his takes out there. I appreciate that. I completely disagree with them.
It's much better than just being a wallflower, a corporate, suck up.
And different opinions make the world go around. He had a
bucket hat problem today. He had to go from bucket hat to baseball hat mid-round. So if they do these different events, Ben Hahn wants a gold medal for scrambling, and I don't know. You'll have guys intentionally missing greens all of a sudden to win gold medals, I would imagine. But what would you do? Would you do a 3-on-3 event? Like, not 3-on-3, but where it's a different class of golfer? Would you have like a mixed event is between like a mid-am, a junior am, women, obviously men, genders? Would you do that, or would you just keep the pros? Could you add interest by bringing certain different kinds of class of player into more events like they've done for 3-on-3?
I don't know.
Well, there you go. There's our answer.
I'm good. I think I'm good. I don't. As much as I would love, I just think then we would. I guess like the thing that I appreciate. I just don't think that some people. I saw speedwalking was on today. Speedwalking.
Speedwalkers. Don't go after. It's
like,
all.
I'm just sorry. Like, these aren't Olympians.
Oh my God. They actually, in fact, are.
They're speedwalking.
Olympians. By the
What's
book.
the line? What's the line of demarcation between speed walking and jogging? Who's the judge of when you get into a jog?
That's a great question. It seems like a real gray area they got going on there.
It's ridiculous.
They should have Augusta security guards.
Speedwalkers are slow runners. If they were any good at running, they'd be trying to run. It is speedwalking is a glorified.
That's not fair.
What's not fair? It's bullshit.
They would just be runners if they were good at...
They're slow joggers. They aren't good at running, so they speed walk.
I don't know. There's probably a guy who ends up in the first row of the 12th hole of Augusta who's better at that than anything in the world. And they got the Pinkertons yelling at you about speed walking. Make sure you don't run. He's the skill, man. It's the skill.
It's ridiculous. The speed walking's when I lost. I think the Olympics has lost the plot.
It's speed walking.
Speed walking is not a sport.
It's breakdancing.
Yeah, I think like that's actually like pretty impressive in comparison to speed walking. Speed walking, that's ridiculous.
What about putting goggles on and shooting at targets?
Some person's gonna win a gold in speed walking. Like, oh, you have a gold medal for what? Speed walking.
I mean, it's all just different places to get different.
That's not a serious.
Constituencies. They're just trying to get different constituencies interested.
This is just like the
BMX
Sanderson
riders.
saying you're a PGA Tour winner when you won the Butterfield. It's not true.
I think sort of the spectrum of medals is what needs correction. The medals for everything. You know, our Australian swim coach is back. He's shouting about like every gold that they win. They win a gold for everything. You know, there's just too many events, but that's my thing. In golf, you got to play for 4 days to get one. And where we're at is Le Golf National was there for the taking on Thursday. A lot of rain, which Andy, all these people bitch and moan about why is this 72-hole stroke play event? Well, the IOC was like, we want to simulate like what golf is like for the best in the world the other 50 weeks of the year. And my contention is, now that we've had a little rain, we have to play live, clean, and plays for the next 3 days to simulate what golf is like every other week of the year. Because it's wet, and it's soft, and there might be a little mud. So now we're live, clean, and place the rest of the week. Hideki Matsuyama is your leader at 8 under 63, 2 clear of Xander Schauffele, who was at 7 under at one point, shot a 65. It was there for the taking. There's 54 holes to play. I don't think there's a lot of conclusions we can make other than Wyndham Clark's not going to win.
I couldn't have seen that coming.
He opened with the 3 tee shots that went in the hazard.
How about Rahm's take that countries should get to pick their teams? You know what doesn't happen in swimming or running or gymnastics? Do you know what they have? They have these things called trials. It's not like
some politics.
We just get to pick the swimmer we want. No, you got to earn it. You earn a spot as an Olympian.
I think
this was a ridiculous comment.
But they earn it via the OWGR, which is where people have issues, right? And
that's... Well, maybe we should be using the live money list. That'd be the best way to figure out.
It's tricky in that you got to get some representation. You can't have like 40 Americans and 10 Brits and all this other stuff, but and a bunch of Aussies. But yes, you're right. It is sort of you can't have just a captain picking the team. Wyndham Clark starts with 3 balls.
We'd have buddy ball.
That's what I'm saying. You'd have medals via buddy ball system. You'd have a chance to win a gold medal by no reason other than you share a house with the captain, or you cook burgers on Wednesday night at the Open before you teed off, and that gives you the best chance to win a medal.
Listen, I just wanted to point out those were just the things that we saw from Netflix. Who else knows what goes into buddy ball?
I mean, it's Fair amount, I imagine. See, Keegan's a President's Cup assistant captain.
I didn't like that. I don't like that one bit. I don't like getting them into the buddy ball cabal.
I mean, it's a wild sort of reverse engineering of the system that we've done here, where you have to be an assistant multiple times and like, whoops, you're the head man. Might as well get you into the room at some point, someplace.
I don't like this. I don't like this move at all. I'd rather him stay out of it.
All right. That's fair. Well, when he's up there, he'll at least look fresh. Whether he's getting some corrupted by the buddy ball system, he'll at least look fresh in his bead ratty and zero restriction scripting.
You got to wonder if he's going to walk away from that and say, we have to have bead ratty for the Ryder Cup. That's the only way we're going to beat the Europeans, is if we get bead ratty.
I feel like that decision might be over his head a little bit. There may be some contracts and some other current outfitters.
Listen,
what we'll get, you know what they'll have?
He probably thought the Ryder Cup captaincy was over his head a couple months ago, but look what can happen.
That's fair. They need to switch up. Those Ryder Cup unis have just stayed the same for like 20 years, it feels like, with that Script USA thing they have.
Yeah, I'm USA hat.
Like the block. Yeah, that's what, yeah. Not great. But at the President's Cup, they'll be great because they're going to have their mix of Dratty Sport, Dratty. What's not Dratty Sport? Dratty regular? Just be Dratty?
Yeah, I got Dratty. I got the Pima cotton on right now. It kind of looks like the Brendan polo, but it's not it. I got excited. I bought this. I purchased this yesterday. Really? I thought it was the Brendan polo, but it's not.
It's cotton though.
Yeah,
cotton. You can do that up in northern Michigan this time of year.
It's been toasty up here. It's been humid. It's been toasty, and it's been sport weather. I can tell you that much. Right.
Well,
but I've had both. I've had sport and regular. At night, I could go to the regular. You know, this is the thing. You want to get a little versatility in your closet, and this brand delivers great versatility.
They've got a lot of versatile prints now and stripes. I don't know that I'm a print guy yet, just full disclosure. I don't know if I can get there. Maybe
you wear prints all the time. I see you in prints all the time. I would say you are a print guy.
I don't think that's the case at all. What are you talking about?
I've seen you in a lot of prints.
I'm older. I've missed the print demo, but they have a lot of that.
I wore a
they have
print
a lot of
today.
Versatility. Yeah, what was it?
The Captain Cool.
Okay.
You
can get all these polos.
The little dotted one.
Yeah, I like that one. I've played some good rounds in that shirt. It feels like a lucky shirt, quite honestly. There is some. This is going to sound like marketing bullshit. I wouldn't even say this. One of their Pima cotton polos is so soft that it's not even my favorite design or color that I'd wear. It's so soft that I feel like more calm and relaxed when I wear it. That sounds like mumbo jumbo, but it literally makes me feel a little bit more locked in and calm.
You know what?
What?
Next time you go to the beach, you should wear that, and maybe you'll be more relaxed and enjoy your time
cotton at the beach sounds like a terrible idea. I wear my quick dry polos. Go to beadratty.com, use the promo code SGS30. That gets you 30% off everything there. Anything you put in your cart. Just
and
knock a 30%
zero restriction, too.
And zero. If you want to start getting into your vests or layers as fall rolls around, we're going to be on the sidelines of football, soccer, whatever you got coming in the fall. Go to SGS30 at zero restriction and beadratty.com. Thanks to them for their support. Wyndham became a hot button topic. He just became, everybody started piling on him. They were ripping him. He started with 3 balls in the water, which will happen at Le Golf National or near the water. One was just kind of like a hack out sideways. And that was it. It was like, it was bogey, double, and then bogey. And that was kind of the end for him. We saw this coming, maybe not in that specific way, but he's really going through it and not getting a lot of privacy to do it, to struggle, given that he won a major. He won this year. He was a highly rated. He's still 5th in the world, I think, which is kind of nuts given where he's been recently. But he's become this vessel, I think, for Bryson stands, Liv stands, OWGR haters to like shout about stuff. And he got it. He got it bad on Thursday when he opened. And there's only so many guys that could be there. Bryson's stirring the pot, just completely stirring the pot with a tweet like, shout out to the guys. Wish I could be there. Oh, just what is this? Just a shout out to the guys? Comes like they're already asleep.
He's coming to pop. He popped the Creator Classic too. I appreciated the Creator Classic pop.
What did he do?
You didn't see that?
No.
He tweeted. He asked when he was getting his invite to the Creator Classic. PJ, do you have the exact tweet?
He's feeling himself. He's stirring it up. He's got questions.
Quote, I'm waiting for my invite to the Creator Classic at PGA Tour. Went with the straight, no subtweet here. Just straight, let him know.
All right. He's using his Twitter account again. I love this. Mixing it up. He's got the people on his side. So, Wyndham Clark, tough start. That's all I'll say. I feel bad for the guy.
You want to note I had?
What?
It was delightful to see Hideki Matsuyama in some somewhat normal clothes.
Okay.
Good
note.
It was just nice to see him in normal stuff. I wish that the Olympics, I think he gets a little bit of a pass. He's maybe the worst dressed player in the history of golf.
He's not the worst, but he's up there. Troy Merritt's the worst in modern times. Izod, that whole deal. He's your leader. It's a good leaderboard. If you can imagine,
thank
60
you.
guys. 60 guys.
1/4 of the way through the tournament. It's a great leaderboard. Hey, biggest surprise of the day. What was it?
Toasty keeping the stands on the wheel.
I agree.
The caddy situation seems wildly unclear. I'm not sure who his caddy is. There were alerts that he had to the media that this week he got a caddy change in Paris. I'm not sure what's going on.
Do you
there,
think he just pulled an athlete out of the Olympic Village?
A speed walker. They're already ready to go. You just throw a 30, 40 pound bag on their shoulder. He keeps the pace moving. Keeps up.
You know what they should do? They should take a page. Was it the Ryder Cup? What tournament started giving an award to caddies? What tournament is that?
Yeah, I think it's the U.S. Open.
U.S. Open has.
I think they have a plaque or platter.
Yeah,
they have a platter.
And it only goes to the person who wins.
There's no
Who else is gonna get the plaque? What other caddy is getting it other than the winner? It's such bullshit. You could be the best caddy.
The trophy doesn't go to the guy who led the field and scrambled. Yeah. The trophy goes to the winner.
But
what are you talking about?
If you're the caddy and you carry some local qualifier to a T42, you should get the plaque. It's not indicative of who. So anyways, whoever came for Toasty and throttled him down, kept him from hitting drivers, he deserves a gold medal today.
What about the platter at the U.S. Open they give to the greenskeeper? Should they think about giving that to the bartender or something, or giving it to the starter?
The overzealous security people.
God, it's all of a sudden you want to start giving the U.S. Open trophy to the guy who you found to have the most admirable week or something.
You can't give
what are you talking about?
You can't have a caddy award that just automatically goes to the winning caddy. Doesn't mean who's the best caddy that week.
The winner doesn't always mean he was the best player that week either.
You know what? They should have a caddy award that just goes to Bones every time he caddies.
That's exactly
the best caddy
right.
in the field.
Do you have any other Olympics thoughts?
I mean, I like this event. I
like Le Golf National.
I have a question. Does Scotty stink at putting still? Or is he back to stinking?
Okay. It's fair. I think we'll wait.
I want to monitor. I'm going to monitor the situation.
We'll see that in Memphis, Colorado, Eastlake. We'll get a full exam. I say we wait until the end of Eastlake for the full examination.
What a disastrous stretch of golf we have after this.
Let's do a pool. We might do a pool for the FedEx.
I guess that's something that this is a takeaway. Enjoy it. Soak it in. This is the last time we get no FedEx Cup talk.
There's going to be
until Labor Day.
As soon as this is over, just the
have full on blitz.
The board seats and the negotiate. There's been a nice break from that all through July, essentially. But the negotiations and FedEx Cup points it's coming. I got a feeling
the tour just wants to wait it out. They're just playing the long game here.
Do you think they like have all the hand of the checkmate now with the Creator Classic? They feel like they have more leverage. They're in a better bargaining position.
They might have
got better product.
The Creator Classic. They might have just put another billion on the valuation.
Maybe? I'm just saying, they're spinning stuff up in the lab. They're going to have all the leverage by the time this thing gets across to the finish line. I don't know. That's all I got. The Golf National, I kind of enjoy. You want variety? This is variety. It's a real test. It knows what it is, and it's popping the players.
I forgot where I was going. I lost sight of where I was going. But do caddies deserve medals too?
This was the most like sports talk radio or like, I don't know, aggregated thing in 2016. I think Fooch wanted one or Gareth Lord wanted one for Henrik Stenson. I don't know. No, I don't think so.
Do the swimming?
But I'm fine if they do. I truly did not care.
Do like the gymnastics coach or the swimming coach get gold medals?
No. Steve Kerr doesn't get one. I don't think. I think you gotta be.
Then the caddy doesn't get one. Do you think Joe Mayo gets one if Victor wins?
I think Joe Mayo has one made for him. I don't think he gets one, but he'll get one. He has a ceremony for himself, probably. Heard Mayo. What was he doing? We'll do that another time. Mayo minute another time. So
the Mayo.
That's your Olympics update. Hey, the KFT event. The leaderboard's electric. Bobby Diaz is 9 under through 14.
That's a good 4A guy.
Followed by Ali Schneiderjans. Daniel Summerhays just walked right out of the cornfield out of retirement, apparently. Unretired Daniel Summerhays. Ross Steelman.
He only plays the Utah event. He's a murderer at this event.
I know, he's killer. Not Straw Man, but Ross Steelman also. Just a great leaderboard out in Utah. You could watch that.
Steelman's tall as shit.
He's one of the Georgia Tech, the lanky boys from Georgia Tech. You can watch that. Shane Bacon's on the call on Golf Channel all weekend. It's one of the rare KFT events on TV, or the rarer, I should say.
It's a good week for it, too, with the Olympics. It's different times. It's on later.
Yep.
It's not tape delayed, right?
I don't believe so. No. All right, let's get a little golf advice. Golf Forever golf advice. Hey, can I just say one quick mention? Use the code EGG. You get an additional $50 off checkout at Golf Forever. One of the things I would just say, like we've talked about the app, it's a mix. It's customized to the guy who wants to hit at 400 yards, the 80-year-old who's just kind of, looking to stay limber and stay in shape. One thing that I love about it is you can throw it in your travel bag. It has its own case, but you can just slide. Like we always talk about when we go on trips, whether it's Bandon or Europe or even just down the way where you're driving somewhere and it's a 2 or 3 day trip. Where are you going to put like some dumbbells in the bottom of your bag? Like how are you going to work out? This is something that you can just slide into your travel case. You have the app on your phone. I found it to be like a great like mobile way to work out, actually lift, get some resistance. And even if you can't take everything, they have like, what equipment do you have today? Pick the workout. You have a band, you have a dumbbell, you have nothing, you have a roller, and they just like tailor the workout for you there. They've been great supporters of ours here. So go to golfforever.com, use the promo code EGG, and you'll get an additional $50 off at checkout. Honestly, highly. I've been doing this myself and I kind of really love it. Golf advice. Let me find one here.
I saw somebody ask for a speeding ticket update.
Oh yeah, what are you doing in Moore County?
Well, today, the day of this podcast, is my court date. So I got my guy Butch going in there. My lawyer Butch. Funny. I
Who doesn't want a lawyer named Butch? You feel like you're in good hands.
I procrastinated the shit out of this thing.
Who could have seen that coming?
Last week I called Butch's office. I can't remember. It was kind of later in the afternoon. I'm like, God, Butch isn't going to be there. He was there. He was ready to go. Got patched through to Butch. We're talking. And he was like, what were you doing down there? Why were you down there? I was like, I was covering the US Open. He's like, what do you do? And I was like, I
write about tennis.
I write and talk about golf. I talk about golf. I have a podcast, and then he hints it. He goes, I've been waiting for your call.
Oh boy. Word got to him.
Word got to him. He wasn't.
The bandit of Moore County was on his way and needed representation.
He had heard that he was mentioned on a golf podcast, and he was like waiting for the call. He was excited. He's right. He said, "I'm going to take care of this." He's going to
get a resolution.
He's going to get knocked down to a non-moving violation. I'm going to get no points. He's going to let me know tomorrow what I owe, how I pay the fines, and I had to pay his $150 fee, and that's the way.
Even though you confessed on air, on a podcast, I gotta say this seems like words have no meaning because it sounded like a decidedly moving violation.
This whole thing's a racket.
Extremely moving violation.
The whole thing's a racket. The whole system down here.
Separate point.
It's I pay the lawyer. They get it knocked down. The lawyers are happy. They're getting their fees. And they do this mandatory court appearance thing. So the lawyers go because they know I'm not coming in to do it. And this is how the system works. So you butter the lawyer's bread. They go in there. They take care of it. I have no insurance increases. Nothing.
Love it. All right. I have 4 minutes to do this. We're gonna do one golf forever advice. Golf forever golf advice.
Oh, my golf advice is hire Butch if you get a ticket
legal
in Moore
advice.
County.
There we go. This is from David. This is an old one. It's a very good story. 95 years old, widower, 4 kids, 8 grandchildren, 5 great-grandchildren.
Oh my God.
I don't know if this was, by dictation or what happened. But no interest in fighting. God, I thought he would go with 95, and he's just brawling out there. As the operator of a family-owned golf club in the Northeast, I've often thought of writing.
Oh, we already did this one.
No,
we ran this one. We ran this one last week.
You didn't listen.
Vince.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
The mobster.
I was surprised. I didn't think we were going to have another.
I had it set aside from like a
one.
month ago. Really? All right. Well, that was my one. I had like 5 to go. Let me get another one.
This is the best golf advice of all time.
I'm 39, have a significant other, and 0 interest in fighting, except the starter and owner of the only Pete Dye designed course in Illinois, allegedly.
Oh,
I'm sure Andy has some thoughts on this course. You can call it out. It is ruffled feathers. Put it out there. Okay. I was able to get... What kind of name is that? Ruffled feathers?
Well, you
what
go
a
there.
Terrible name.
You go there to get your feathers ruffled. It's hard. It's gonna pop you in the face.
Fritz. That's a terrible name.
Or a great name.
No, not. I was able to get out for a quick afternoon the week of the July 4th. I had family plans all weekend. Yada yada yada. Decided to try and make a tee time. Of course, most of the courses were absolutely full all weekend, except this course had no reservations. And it was wide open. And I mean pre-COVID empty, wide open. I booked my tee time for the afternoon, arrived 30 minutes early, went to check in with the pro shop. They said, just go right out. There's no one out there. I went to the first tee and the starter stopped me. He said I need to go back into the pro shop and pay an additional $8 because I was teeing off earlier. It's dynamic pricing. I said, absolutely not. There's no one here. This conversation lasted for over 5 minutes and was getting more heated. He finally relented and said to me, the owner would never allow this. I turned around and said, you and the owner, what is wrong with golf? It just hit my tee ball on one. Should I have paid? Left the course, continued to argue. What would you have done? Also, this course is not in great shape. All right.
What?
$8 more to tee off 30 minutes early.
I think this is something that would set me off. Yes, I think I would go back in, ask for a refund, and leave. I would go ask for a refund and walk down, go to the next course I could find and play. I don't know. This is awful. This discourages people from playing golf. I'm just happy that the name's out there for this, because this is a disgrace.
Ruffled feathers. Guy, my feathers would be ruffled. This guy tells me I need to go pay $8 more. I don't think I would even do it. I'd be like, I'm done with this golf course. I'd rather not play.
I'm just going to put this out there. I think Chicago's is up there. Like everybody always says, it's this great golf city. Public golf in Chicago is a disaster. It's terrible. It's terrible. There's bad culture around it. There's some good facilities. There are some good facilities. But overarching, as a longtime public golfer in Chicago, it's just bad news. It's bad situation. Ruffled feathers is one of the bad ones.
I think a lot of people would say that about their cities. You know, I think it's hard to find a really good one. So,
PJ, would you say that about Long Island?
It's tough, man. It's really tough.
Bethpage can't be the answer for everything.
I mean, at least you got Bethpage. At least you have Bethpage.
Right.
That is true, but it is really tough.
We got somebody else. Cameron, would you say that about Ventura County? Is it a tough scene for public golfer?
No, it's great.
See,
is that Soul Park?
Soul Park.
Okay. All right. That's great. We got 4 people from the Fried Egg staff contributing to this podcast. Last one. 41 2 kids, no interest invited, playing a good friend's member guest event this summer. He was very upfront about his desire to cover the cost of the event, a very generous offer. My question for you is the best way to show my appreciation for the weekend of this event. So he's got member guest. How do you do it? Drinks and food are included. So he's covering those costs as an option. There are options to repay the generosity in the future, invite him to mine, but we live in different states, so it's limited. Thanks in advance for your expert advice. What do you do if you're invited to a member guest? Is there way you show your appreciation, like a default way you should do
I think the worst thing you can do is over appreciate here.
Yeah, you were invited for a reason.
Yeah, you're invited for a reason, but get them something nice. Like either get them something nice on the front end, or I think just bring them something nice bottle of booze, nice bottle of wine, whatever.
Maybe a gift certificate to beadyoraddy.com or golfforever.com. I don't know. You could do that. Really nice.
Gift certificate to Dave and Buster's.
Outback Steakhouse. Something like that.
The Olive Garden.
Go play the games. Go play the games. God, that's the worst gift. When your kid gets a gift certificate to Dave and Buster's, the thing lasts 7.5 minutes. They blow through that thing so fast. Get a nice bottle of wine. Don't go crazy, you know? You got invited for a reason. Okay, that does it for this Friday episode. Everyone enjoy your weekends. Enjoy the Olympics, the speed walking, the golf, whatever it may be. We will talk to you on Monday.